In a small village, there lived a young man named Rohan, but he had a bad habit. He always focused on others instead of himself. If someone in the village bought a new cow, he would say, "Where did he get the money for that?" If someone built a new house, he would whisper, "He must be doing something shady." He never worked on his own life, but spent his time gossiping and watching others. One day, the village head announced a big competition, a race across the village fields. The winner would get a sack of gold coins. Everyone, from young boys to strong farmers, gathered for the challenge. Rohan also joined, determined to win. The rules were simple: run from one end of the village to the other, and whoever reached first would be the winner. The race started and everyone sprinted forward. But Rohan? He didn't focus on his own speed. Instead, he kept looking at others. Why is Ravi running so fast? He must be cheating. Look at Mohan, he took a shortcut. That's unfair. Oh no, even little Kiran is ahead of me. How is this happening? As he kept watching others, his own speed slowed down. While he was busy complaining, the others kept running. By the time he realized it, the finish line was near, but he was far behind. Ravi won the race. The crowd cheered, but Rohan was furious. He ran to the village head and shouted, "They cheated. That's why I lost." The old village head smiled and said, "Rohan, did you run your best?" Rohan hesitated. I was watching others. I was trying to make sure no one cheated." The village head patted his shoulder and said, "That is why you lost. If you had focused on your own run instead of others, you might have won. Life is the same. Stop worrying about others and start working on yourself." A life-changing lesson. That night, Rohan couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about what the village head had said. He realized he had wasted years watching others instead of improving himself. From that day, he changed. He stopped gossiping, he stopped comparing. He focused on his own growth. A few years later, he became the richest and most successful man in the village. Moral of the story: the more you focus on others, the further you fall behind. The moment you focus on yourself, you start winning in life.